Hi everybody, and welcome to what was a very busy week here at 180 Markets with lots of capital raises. And one thing we definitely noticed is a diverse group of companies that are raising. We have ag tech, biotech, healthcare companies, tech companies, and of course natural resources companies. And they are all raising capital in the last week or so. And what does it mean? Well, it just shows you as the quarter ends, companies come out with their quarterly reports, and that is a time when many of them refresh what is in their bank balance. And Shaun, what have you seen this week?
A lot of placements, heaps of placements. I think there were 36 trading holds this week for capital raises. A lot of movers, quite a few on the upside, which is great to see. Now, I want to re-emphasize a point. We have mentioned this before. We've got a great team here, and we are more than happy to speak to any investors that want a bit of an insight into expected allocations. We're not telling you if the deals are good or bad because it's a do-it-yourself platform, but we've got a pretty good feeling for most deals whether we're going to receive a high or low allocation or somewhere in the middle. So please reach out. Let's take a look at the screens. Let's start with the 180 Markets platform. Now, we put all the deals on there from this week, and that is 25 deals, Greg. We did email out about another 4, so out of the 36, we got access to most. There were a few rights issues as well. OPL, EQN, PEC, they all raise money. We don't need to talk about them. Ascari, AS2, Serial Raiser. They started their ASX journey at 20 cents and raising money at 0.8. There's a lot of stocks like that have performed terribly. What else should we talk about? VR1, Greg, I know you follow Vection pretty closely.
Yeah, Vection, they went out there for $2 million, upsized the deal to $3.5 million or $3.4 million, I believe, Shaun. Diversified tech company with about $60 million in revenue on a run rate basis.
And each share came with a 1-for-2 free option. Now, I don't like saying serial raiser, but here's a big serial raiser, Advanced Metals. Just 2 months later, going out to raise another $1 million.
Yes.
They did take a lot more because they'll keep taking 5 cents with a 1-for-3 option. Now, those options are 5 cents, so they are in the money. I haven't looked, but I'm sure they're trading down today. But good luck to anyone that took that. What do we have live? ZMM, Zimmy?
Yes.
Do you know anything about Zimmy, Greg?
No, but I do know BGT if you scroll down a little bit there, Shaun.
Of course you do, because at the top here, we've got your interview.
Yes, very, very interesting company. They're in the agricultural technology space. Pesticides becoming a very, very hot topic here. So an interesting company to watch.
And let's see what else we got. So Impact IPT, that's closing very, very soon. There is a little bit left on the shortfall, but it's going, and soon will be gone. Let's take a look at movers this week. All right, a massive mover this week, Dimerix. It is still moving. Take a look at that chart. They had some pretty good news on, what was it, yesterday?
Yes, Shaun.
Greg, tell us about Dimerix.
Dimerix, Nina, well done to you signing another joint venture agreement, this time in the USA. And obviously, Shaun, the market liked it.
They liked it a lot. DTR, this is a massive mover today. It's currently double its share price. Now, 2 weeks ago, they raised money at 0.7. They were trading at 0.5. So as everyone knows, it's pretty abnormal to raise money at premiums, but now we can see why. They listed overseas, and a few important people mentioned their project. We can't mention that because we'll get blocked, but amazing the performance today, and I wish I was holding. I used to hold a long time ago. Now, ADN, also massive mover. Greg, you love this company.
Andromeda, very, very well done, Pascal. This week, they announced a breakthrough in their HPA addition to their Great White Project for kaolin. So very, very well done.
So we helped raise money for them, about 9 months ago?
Yes, August.
Yep, I think we're lead manager there, or co-lead. what was the price? About 1.2.
1.2 plus an option, Shaun.
Plus an option. Yeah, so well done. Especially people that are still holding that one. Now, AMA had a massive move yesterday, not one I've followed closely, but it's not a traditional small cap. Yeah, they've got a different type of, they've got a proper business one that actually makes money. So one that I don't follow too closely. Now, Greg, we saw a lot of mid caps move this week.
Yes.
And a lot of them have got very similar charts. Now let's take a look at DigiCo.
Yeah.
So Digi, they listed about 4 months ago.
Yes.
They had a $5 issue price and fell all the way back down to low twos. They have bounced back at almost $3 here. So a small bounce, and another company that looks identical is Goodman. GMG, look at that chart.
Yeah.
Now, heaps of companies look like this, but they fell a lot a month to 2 weeks ago, and they are bouncing back.
Shaun, can we just pause for a second? I just want to ask you, in your opinion, you see these companies, they do have bounced off the bottom here. What would you like to see ideally from a technical point?
It's very hard from a technical point because they've got to reach, they've got to go a bit further for me to really like it.
Yeah.
I do tend to play the smaller ones, as you know,
Yeah.
and yeah, the smaller ones trade pretty differently to these. But yeah, it's really interesting, and yeah, hopefully the moves keep going. I'm going to finish off with a very interesting placement from about 6 weeks ago. Now, this one was one of the most oversubscribed placements we saw. It was at 88 cents. We couldn't get stock. I mean, or we probably got like 5-10%. And what happened afterwards was really unexpected. The share price fell after that down to 70 cents. Now, it has rebounded and does look a bit similar to the other ones, but it just shows that if some of these ones, after the deal, there can be a lot of selling, and if it's absorbed, they can do really well.
And Shaun, one more thing here is that there was insider buying.
There was a lot into the placements, and it'll be very interesting to see where it goes from here. It's still pretty much slightly above placement price, but yeah, let's see if it can go over $1. Maybe it can go a lot more. Greg, anything planned for the weekend?
Quiet weekend, Shaun, on his first cold weekend here in Melbourne.
I'm going to the footy tomorrow, and I'm hoping for 4 wins in a row. That'd be great. And yeah, let's hope the market's good again next week. Have a great weekend, everyone.